Good evening, everyone.
What up?
Tis the season. Trying to adjust this damn thing and it's not working. Looks like it just woke up. As you can see, I've got my Christmas attire here.
Very nice.
Gotta represent.
I wish I had a flag with
replacing. I'm not sure what's going on with this little string here. I feel like it's something's wrong.
It adds some zip to it, some flair.
I don't know, man. I could say something, but it's probably not not PC, so I'm not gonna.
There you go.
We'll give a few minutes for everybody to drop in here. Real quick, just to go over the standard boilerplate bullshit. Anything we say on here is strictly for entertainment purposes only. If you don't like it or it offends you, you need to fucking go somewhere else. We're not here to be your friend. So, that being said, we're not here to promote any kind of illegal activity, breaking the law, anarchy, anti-government sentiment, or any of the things like that. So that being said, do your own research. We say something you don't agree with, you want to find out if it's true, do your own research, find out for yourself. I encourage you to do so.
Right.
This is just some like-minded folks having a discussion about whatever's on our mind at that time. And again, facts over feelings. We do not care if we offend somebody. You don't have to be part of our conversation, and you know what? We will be perfectly fucking fine. Yes, sir. We are finally going to get our country back, it looks like, at least for a little while.
Oh, yeah. You can see signs that the country is healing itself already.
Well, we'll go over some not boilerplate. We'll talk about some other things. The issue I've got, we've had another thing where they're talking about doing the extension of the budget. Fuck the budget. They need to stop trying to pack pork and, research for the effect on dildos and sheep in Afghanistan.
Right.
So that being said, the shit just gets old. And
oh yeah, I mean that's all the budget process is.
Joke. It's a sham.
Yeah.
The politicians shouldn't be able to vote themselves any kind of fucking raise. That should be put to a vote to the people. Not them, not their cronies. And when they shut down the government, which should happen because it needs to affect all of them. It needs to affect politicians, all their little fucking cronies and pages and every damn body else. And it is what it is.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's it's a representative government, and we send our elected representatives up there to thumbs up or thumbs down shit. But there really should be a way, and you could do it too. But anytime they're going to spend over $100,000 on anything federally that we're paying into, you send it to the to the populace for a vote. I guarantee you would drain their coffers pretty damn quick.
Sure. I mean, I've always been of the mindset of a couple things. They're always wanting to do these different things like the public school shit. Because let's face it, public school in this country is a joke. Right? And so I'm not saying everywhere, but by and large,
Yeah.
it's embarrassing compared to the rest of the world. When they talk about all this bullshit about, we're going to do this and we're going to push this agenda or that agenda, or we're going to see their children, all these fucking politicians and cronies, their kids all have to go to public school.
Yep.
And so, that being said, if they had to do, if they had to reap the crooked ass rewards of the shit they do, they would quickly revamp things. You would see things like public education completely revamped overnight.
Right.
Same thing with healthcare. They talked about back when Obama's Maximus was in office. Remember all the bullshit they said about, you could keep your provider. Yeah, you can, if you pay for it yourself and donate a kidney and buy 8 different policies, maybe.
Right.
Make them have to partake of the shit they try to force down the working class's throat. So, just a thought.
Right.
So, but I don't know. Are you gearing up for the Christmas shenanigans next week?
Will be tomorrow evening.
Okay.
Get it all done in one fell swoop.
There's nothing wrong with that. So, I think I'm going to, well, you already know my situation.
Oh, yeah.
We've got all our shopping done, so it's basically just we're on cruise control now. Going from there to see what happens. I will say this. I noticed that when you go in places now, if you go in places and like say, people seem a lot more friendly, the people that are working. I've never seen so many Christmas lights in my area in my entire life. And I've lived where I'm at for 25 plus years.
Right.
I've never seen this.
Well, this is the most that I've seen since I've been here.
Right. I go back to when I was a little kid, and I don't remember ever seeing this many lights. It's like I can't. They're everywhere, and it's not just somebody throwing a little bit out in the yard. I'm talking people went all out. Everything's damn lit up. Goddamn
right.
projectors and everything else. And I attribute a lot of that, I still think, to where the country is hopefully headed.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are of the mindset, you know what? We can finally breathe, and hopefully get some decency and some morality back in our everyday life.
That would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I don't know about you, but these past 4 years have been fucked up beyond all recognition.
Yeah.
I remember back when me and you were in Lakeland back in the day, and that was in 2019? No,
yeah.
2020.
2020.
And that is right. Yeah, it was 2020. I think. And how everybody saw things about to happen. We felt like, we were going to be able to turn the country around, this, that, and other, and then all hell broke loose, along with the Wu flu.
Right.
And after that, it just went off the rails between, I remember, everything went wrong. We got to suffer through the COVID menagerie, or debacle, whatever you want to call it. We got to watch all our shit sit on boats out in the ocean because nobody would unload it, or it couldn't be unloaded, or whatever the excuse was. We watched gasoline overnight, almost damn double in price. We watched if there was a fucking deviant and they were weird, they got elected for a position on the cabinet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this regime was going out of its way to force every kind of fuckery down the people's throats it possibly could and make us accept it. I mean, think about people who remember the group of people who had the bakery and they were refusing to make a wedding cake for a couple, right. Damn sued or some shit.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that got to be more and more and more, you know. And it's just like, no. You know, and I'm just glad to see that not only did our people come out and vote and speak up, but I think a lot of people on the left side of the aisle said, you know what? We may not like this dude, but damn.
Yeah, people were just so tired of that. Even the moderate lefties were just like, this is silly.
Yep. Absolutely. Sorry.
But yeah, it will be interesting to see who all gets, you know, what cabinet position and stuff like that. That's going to be fun.
Well, I mean, what amazes me, and it's like Trump's not in office yet, but it seems like he has pull currently.
Right.
Like that bullshit that they were trying to push through about extending the budget, and he said, and so they actually walked it back and revamped it. I mean, that says something in itself, you know? And I think that the people in the government know that when he gets in office, if they're part of the problem, they're going to have a banker's box and a big boot print in their ass.
Yeah, you fired.
You know. Now, have you read any more into the thing about there was something about they were trying to put a moratorium on all the shitbags that wanted to sit at home and quote remote work there, and they were trying to keep Trump from shit canning them? Have you seen any of that?
I haven't seen any more of it, but I mean, you know, if you don't want to come to work, then find another job.
Pretty much. Well, you can't do that and have benefits, though. I mean,
well, then you're fucked. And you have to go out and you have to go play adult like the rest of us. You know, like we've done for thousands of years. You know, let's go to work.
That's it.
Now let's sit in our fucking pajamas and slippers and do whatever at the house.
Have your latte and play your cat.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know about everybody else. I don't have a problem going to work. I don't have a problem working for a living as long as it's an honest wage and you're not getting fucked. Yeah. And I understand in some cases, because of your situation, you may have to toe the line until you can do something better.
Absolutely.
Or it may be that the money or the job is good enough where you're willing to endure the bullshit for the end game. I can respect that. But I think people who want to just sit around and get shit for free and not damn apply themselves, there's a problem. And it shouldn't be fucking promoted, and it shouldn't be damn encouraged in any way, such, shape, or form. I mean, that's what's wrong with your welfare system now. Ride through an urban area with some projects and see what you see.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee it ain't people hopping on a fucking bus to go damn put in an application.
No, they're sleeping at the bus stop maybe, but that's about it.
They won't be doing that. I'll tell you what, you see a bunch of them standing around, all you gotta do is throw a pair of fucking work boots in them. Some bitches will scatter like damn cockroaches.
Right.
I guess my era was just raised up different. I mean, I remember when I was working, when I first got my first serious full-time job, and I remember my mother telling me over and over and over, you need to get insurance, you need to get this, you need to get that, you need that. I mean, and it's like this generation, eh.
Yeah.
I remember now, let's see if you remember this. I remember when you came to work where you're at now. You tell them, Vanguard. Remember the one chick y'all have working with you, and when she found out full time was more than 32 hours, she about lost her mind?
Oh, yeah.
Is that not hilarious? And that's the fucking mentality of this bunch.
Yep, that's grown
I
up.
gotta work more than 32 hours. What am I supposed to do?
Right.
Fucking work. That's how you earn a living, you dumbass.
I can't go out and play all the time. What are you saying?
I mean, and wasn't she saying something along the lines of she was upset because she wouldn't get to see her husband or some shit?
Something like that.
And it's like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah. I was gonna say try working, 16 hours, 4 or 5 days in a row. That's what I'm not gonna be able to see my kids or my wife. Yeah, no, not if you want a job.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. I fear the next 20 years of the fucking workforce, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you're talking about some damn idiots. Now, one thing I have noticed, and I haven't looked a lot into it, but I see that Comrade Trudeau is coming under some fire by his fellow Canadians.
Oh yeah, I was hoping that he would resign, in the last 2 days, but and give the Canadian people some breathing room.
Well, you heard what Trump said about it, right? He made a statement at one point, hey, they make a great 51st state.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, and Mexico could be 52.
I mean, just think for a minute if we were to incorporate Canada and Mexico. You wouldn't have any need for oil. You wouldn't have any need for timber. You wouldn't have any need for really farmland. You'd have multiple ports. I mean, look at the massive GDP you could have.
Oh, yeah.
And what you could do, rather than making Canada a state, just take every province and make it a state.
True. Yeah, break it up.
Yeah, like was it Saskatchewan? Of course, that's the one I think of. There's some others, but I can't think what they are. But you take British Columbia, take each one, and you make it a state. And the same thing with Mexico. I mean, depending on how Mexico's set up.
Yeah, states.
I mean, we'd end up with. I mean, just think about it. And that would remove the cartels.
Yeah, go in there and just, either kill them or drive them south.
I mean, you run them out of the country. It would make the life in Mexico 10 times better for the people who are just trying to live.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the problem with that is you would also inherit some problems we have unless we fix shit in our own backyard. America's not perfect by any means.
No.
And unfortunately, we're dominated by big pharma, and we got some greed going on with these corrupt fucking politicians. You give them a bigger cookie jar to stick their hand in, they're going to take more cookies. And it's going to cost everybody but them. So that you got to get that shit curbed,
right.
One way or another. I mean, I'm cool with put a piranha or something and bite some fingers off. I mean, I hear that works great, but just a thought. But I digress. I know we're kind of off the beaten path here. Sex man, when you think about the Christmas holidays, what's the thing you look forward to most for Christmas?
The thing I look forward to most.
Yeah.
Probably Christmas Eve service and supper.
Okay.
I mean,
so you do a big meal on Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, and you tell me to piss off, that's fine. What denomination are you?
Baptist.
Okay. As a kid, I think I always looked forward to, of course, Santa Claus. That was the thing I wanted to do with Santa Claus. Right. I think it's with any kid who, wasn't raised up in the trunk of a fucking 73 Impala. But that being said, as I've gotten older, I think, and I'll be the first to admit, I'm a 6.5 day sinner. I try not to judge because I sure as shit ain't perfect. And, but I do understand the importance of Christmas, the importance of, Christ in our lives and things of that nature. I'm just not a church going guy. And that's not throwing not throwing anything your way, brother. No, casting no shade.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just speaking for myself. And I was raised up Baptist too. Couldn't stand my pastor.
Yeah.
I think that's what turned me off.
Right.
Now, I've been to, different events and different things and met, different pastors, priests, whatever, and been perfectly fine and enjoyed the service. But I guess I got bad taste when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I digress. I think now that I've gotten older that it's not, of course, it's not about the presents. The food's a good sidebar, but it's not even the food. It's just being around the family.
Right.
That's the only thing I'm really, being around the kids, grandkids, and the wife and friends, and that's really it.
Yeah.
Because in the end, that's what it's kind of all about to me. The food's just gravy. Kids are just gravy. So, at least that's my perspective.
That's a great perspective. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
But it took me a lot of maturing to get there.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the weeds and not appreciate the simpler things. It is what it is. I mean,
oh yeah.
For every person, it may be different.
I mean, like I said, from about Thanksgiving on to 3 days after Christmas, it bugs the crap out of me. Just the amount of having to deal with the people. I mean, people are people. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
But that and the constant, buy this, buy that. You have to get this. You have to get that. That kind of chaps my ass. But yeah, you're, like you're saying, it's hanging out. It's, watching the kids, do what they do on Christmas.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. When the kids are small.
Oh yeah. That's even better.
The best time because you watch them just lose their shit.
Yeah.
And then they get so wound up in whatever the hell they're doing and, whatever they get into for breakfast, next thing you know, they're conked out, holding on to one of the toys.
Right.
And that's when you and the wife or whoever get a piece of quiet because they've been
exactly
blown a damn gasket, got to take a nap.
Right. Because you've been up since 3 o'clock putting stuff together.
There you go. Exactly. Yep. You feel my pain.
Oh yeah.
the rule of thumb I always had. Now let me ask you this too. Now this is probably different for everybody that's got kids. When did your kids stop believing in Santa Claus?
um, let's see. You know how old my kids are ish.
Yeah.
So the older two, probably around maybe 9 or so.
Okay.
The youngest one,
Yeah.
it was later.
Okay. Okay. I don't remember when my two did it exactly. I want to say they were maybe in their double digits, but
Yeah,
my rule of thumb's always been to them: as long as you believe in Santa Claus and you live in this house, Santa Claus will pay you a visit.
exactly.
When you decide that you're to whatever and you don't believe him no more,
It's
you can
socks and
bet your
underwear,
ass that this zip code's been erased.
right? It's
So
socks
don't
and
be
underwear.
looking for no chip from Santa Claus come next Christmas because it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
And mom and dad aren't gonna pick up the difference. So just keep that shit in mind.
Right.
But yeah, I've had that discussion a couple times this year, both with the person I work with and some other folks. And I mean, it's like, look, you can believe in it if you want. It's your prerogative, but understand there are repercussions either way.
Oh yeah.
And I like to promote the whole Santa Claus thing because the kids get such a kick out of it.
Absolutely. You know,
Kids,
we would track NORAD.
there you go. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I had a mean ass uncle. He would call me and tell me that he shot damn Santa down. And I'd go to bawling and be all kinds of bent out of shape. And I was like, really? Really? That's what you're gonna
Wow.
really? I mean, he'd say he was out there, had a shotgun, and lit him up.
That's harsh.
That's
harsh.
Saying that to a kid who, damn.
You can't shoot Santa though. I mean, the dude's magic.
Well, I mean, you gotta watch Red One to get full grasp.
Yeah. Well, they watched that the other night. I did not watch it.
Oh, really? Did they like it?
Yeah, they liked it.
I haven't watched it. I've just seen bits and pieces of it. We'll probably watch it with the granddaughter. But it seems like a fun movie.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have any cross-dressing elves or any shit like that, we should be good.
Right.
But there you go, Vanguard. That's how you do it. Right there. Right there.
Yeah.
Dominate that shit. That is the only way. But see, grandkids are fun because when you do stuff for them, you've already raised yours, their parents.
Yeah.
So you know all the mistakes and everything you did wrong there. So when you got the grandkids hanging out with you, it's just like a buddy. And you can spoil them or do whatever because you can go, here you go. And hand them right back.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember when my grandkids, when they were younger, I used to go find the most loud fucking toy I could find to give to them for Christmas. My favorite thing to give a child when they're a toddler is a fucking popcorn popper. How many of you people know what that is?
A popcorn popper.
It's got the dome with the shit in it, and they push it on wheels, and the damn thing pops and makes racket while they push it.
Oh, yeah. The pam, 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 pam. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'd go out of my way to make sure every one of grandkids had that shit.
You know what you need to do this year is go out to, Playmate makes them. You need to go to Northern Tool or one of those type places and get you those 2 packs of air horns because they're only like $6 right now.
Oh shit, they got
Like
those.
the real air horns, yeah.
Oh, my ex would be pissed off.
There you
See,
go.
you know the dynamics where my 2 grandkids here live.
Hmm.
So it would have an added benefit.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Oh damn. Yes, that is a great idea. And I have a Northern Tool basically walking distance from my house. That's a
Yeah.
damn good idea.
Hmm.
Stop in, grab me a coffee, and wander my ass in there and buy some noisy shit to give the grandkids.
Right.
I love it. That's awesome. The other thing, when it goes to gift giving, talking about grandkids and kids and whatnot, I remember when I was growing up and I'd get stuff. As I got older, of course, it got more expensive. I either wanted a game system or I wanted I think it was usually a game system or some kind of electronics. I mean, I was outdoors and stuff, but I wanted back then the Atari and shit was the bomb, know. And at Christmas, I don't really. There comes a point in time where all your stuff you get for Christmas. I guess I stopped getting stuff from Santa in my teens somewhere. I don't remember. I understood who Santa was.
Yeah.
But I played the game until I just got tired of doing it, I guess. But yeah, Go ahead.
Oh, I was just mine still get gifts from Santa.
Okay. And that's fine. What I've tried to do with the grandkids here, well, at least the ones that are local, I try to give them things that make them get out.
Yeah.
I'll go to a hobby shop. You know this. I'll go to a hobby shop, which are hard as hell to find. They're rare in fucking hen's teeth nowadays. They'll have all the off the beaten path kind of shit.
Yeah.
They'll have the customizable RC cars or the model rockets or the balsa wood planes you wind up and throw, or have the different little games like they have the wooden puzzles you have to take apart and put back together. It's a 3-dimensional puzzle, or the just different shit. They have all kinds of the stuff that some of it's shit you grew up with that they still have.
Yeah.
You can't find it somewhere like a Walmart or something that there's not there, and you don't want to pay 8 times the price getting it off eBay.
Right.
But I will go out of my way to try and find things like that to make them. I refuse to buy electronics, and when it's young kids, I refuse to give them money.
Yeah.
Because my argument is that you need to at least put in the fucking effort. Anybody can write a check or send a $20 bill. That's just my thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to buy fucking video games. I'm not going to buy, time for Minecraft for them, or to buy fucking whatever the hell it is they buy on them games. I'm not going to do it. No. When your ass gets your own job and you're earning some spending money, you go spend on what the fuck you want. But Papa ain't doing it.
Right.
Period.
I was lucky in that Dad was like I said, he worked away most of the time.
Right.
But when he was working away, he was really huge into flea markets back when you could actually buy guns and ammo at flea markets.
Yes, sir.
And pawn shops back when you could actually buy reasonably priced, 22s or 30-30s from pawn shops. Yeah. So we got a lot of that at Christmas time, which was great. And then, then we go out and, later on Christmas Day and go shooting. So
Absolutely. One of the coolest Christmas gifts I ever got was from my dad. He worked out some kind of swap with a coworker and handed me a Browning Sweet 16.
Wow.
And was it in perfect shape? No, but that's what gives it the damn character.
Yeah.
I mean, hell yeah. You know, sure. Thank you, Pop.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I don't. I'll hear my daughter. What my daughter was calling me this year, and she said, "Look, Dad, I don't. I think we're gonna concentrate on the kids this year, talking about the nieces and nephews and stuff." I said, "You don't have to explain to me why or when or how you don't have to give me shit.
Yeah.
We're good. I don't want a gift. I would rather you spend your money on each other and do what you need to do to, be okay. That works for me. Don't worry about it.
Right.
I'm not going to be upset. I mean, told the same thing to my mother. To this day, my 80-some-odd-year-old mother wants to give me and my wife a Christmas gift every year on a fixed
Yeah.
income. It's like, no, no, don't. Let us do something for you. If you
Yeah.
want to, if you want to do something for us, let's all get together and go somewhere and go have a nice meal somewhere or something else. Don't do that.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I got stuff and I can get stuff, and while the sentiment behind it is awesome, I just don't need it.
Well, I mean, if you're fortunate and you're blessed and you've lived your life, made the right choices, you're in a position where if there's something you want to do, you can figure out a way to do it. May not be able to do it instantly and get immediate gratification, but you can achieve it over time. So that's kind of how I am, as how you are. Vanguard's the same way. I mean, there's a lot of people I know that are that way, and I'm in a position where, at this point in life, I've kind of got it worked out.
Yeah.
Can I go out and buy a car? No, but if I really want to go get that Springfield Hellion that's sitting down at the gun store, I can go get it. Now, there might be ramifications when I bring that bitch home, but I can go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Another
gun?
Well, you already know that.
Oh yeah.
You heard that comment many times.
Yeah.
And it's like you can never have too many.
No.
I mean, my philosophy is, it's not that I need it, it's that I want it.
It's that I can get it.
Exactly. And here's my
philosophy,
and it's going to piss off a lot of spouses. I try to work it where I have what I call walking around money. Now, I'll split what I earn with my wife, and that's money I make on the side. I'm not talking about, whatever other money I'm coming in. We don't separate our money and shit like that. But I find me a way to make a disposable income on the side.
right.
And with that disposable income, I share it with her. And that's what I use to do my extracurricular activities. So when it comes down to, you don't need another one, or why are you getting that? It's like, it's irrelevant because it's out of the T fund.
Yeah.
Didn't come out of the budget. So, and I split it with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go get mani-pedis and get your hair done every other week if you want.
There you go.
I want to get something that goes bang. So it is what it is.
Because my constitution and my wallet says I can do it. So I'm gonna go do it.
That's it. I mean, do it while you can.
Or yeah, well you
You
can.
know, I'm sure somewhere down the road there'll be some distant relatives, and they'll be hearing some story about the crazy ass grandfather or uncle or whoever the hell it was, which would be me, and how I thought the world was coming to an end. I had all these damn guns and this, that, and the other, and that's cool. I'm all right with that kind of legacy. At least I'll get talked about.
Exactly, and I hope that's the thought because they thought this would happen, and it never comes to pass.
I'm right there with you, brother. I hope that my stuff just ends up being investments.
Yeah.
Instead of tools.
Right.
And we'll leave it at that. Going back to, some of the things we've noticed this year, at least for me, I know when I go, I have to be out in the public a lot because of what I do. And I do a lot, with the line of work I do on the side, I'm all the time, they know me by damn name. I'll walk in some of these places. But I've noticed that everybody, we talked about the picture, not the pictures, but the Christmas lights and stuff earlier. If you walk in there and you talk to somebody, a lot of them will say, I just want it to be over. I'll be ready for it to be over. But then if you sit there and you have a conversation with them, it's not that they're not excited about Christmas. It's just they've got kids or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're trying to navigate getting everything for them or, whatever. Or they're working in retail.
Oh, God, yeah.
And you know how retail is around the holidays. It sucks.
Yep. Those people have been dealing with it for a month and a half now.
Yeah, because now not only are you dealing with your regular assholes, you're dealing with all the Christmas assholes.
Yep.
And that's a whole different breed of asshole when you work in retail.
Oh, yeah.
But the one thing I've noticed is when you tell them Merry Christmas, it's like you turn a light on in them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because so many of them have been told, Happy Holidays. No, Merry Christmas. Now, if I roll up on you and you're wearing a hijab and you're working, I might not say Merry Christmas to you because I get that you're not of the same ethnicity as I am. Or maybe not ethnicity. You understand what I'm saying? You're not
a different religion, so yeah.
Right, so I respect that, but I can say Happy Holidays to you. Be safe or whatever. Thank you. Go on my merry way. And I'm perfectly fine with that. But I'm not going to have somebody who's as American as me or you doing that trite bullshit about, well, Happy Holidays. No, yeah. Merry Christmas.
And that's, like I said, I do the same thing. I'm not going to make a big deal about it, but yeah, hey, Happy Holidays. Hey, Merry Christmas. It's a good, good thing to just start saying, let it roll off the tongue.
Yep.
If that's your inclination, being a Christian, that's, Christmas is our holiday. So,
yep.
Now I can also understand because Muslims and Jews have, fairly large holidays around the same time. So if you're genuinely trying to be inclusive of people and not in the woke way, absolutely happy holiday, whatever holiday you do, because I can't
Ramadan.
Yeah, exactly. Ramahubi, I don't know. I can't pronounce them, so I don't say them. I just say Merry Christmas.
Well, I mean, and that's the whole thing. I don't have a problem with somebody else's beliefs or their traditions. That's fine, but don't. I think it's what turned off the American people the most. They've spent so long trying to undermine the Christian principles in this country and beat down the faith and the faithful that I think people finally just said, you know what? Mm-mm. I mean, I know I was doing a lot of praying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the way up until November and still.
Yeah, I still pray. I still pray. Absolutely. You need to. I mean, I don't see how you can't, because you can't take things for granted. We got a taste of how bad it could be. Do we really want to see if it can get worse?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's, that whole principle about, praying for your leaders and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he won an election, uh, doesn't mean that everything, returns to its former splendor and glory. We
Exactly.
we gotta put some elbow grease into this next 4 years. Hopefully, the next 8 years.
Yeah, I agree. I would prefer the next 12, but
Yeah,
I'll
that
take
is. Yeah, exactly. We'll take what we
one
can get
victory
as
at a
long
time.
as. Yeah, yeah. As long as they, as long as the Republican Party keeps their promise to the people this time,
Yeah,
you know, uh,
yeah, I agree.
they, they've
Absolutely.
done it to us before. So,
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I agree. Um, another thing we try to encourage too, I know I'm all over the place tonight, but like my granddaughter, she likes to make stuff for people.
yeah,
And I've tried to tell her, I said, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't matter if you're going to make something, draw something, buy something. It's not about the gift, it's about you caring enough about the person to do something for them.
right.
And I think for a long time, people have missed that whole premise. And it's been programmed into us, oh, that's why they start promoting Christmas shit. And I don't mean that in a blasphemous kind of way, but I'm just saying all the junk and advertising and everything else. I mean, think about when you walk in the store and right at what? Around Halloween, and they're already trying to come up with stuff to start selling for Christmas and putting Christmas crap out,
Yeah,
because that's their most important time of year when you're retailing. That's where they make their profit. Well, it's not about buying shit, but they've made so many people think it is.
yeah.
You know, and I'm guilty of it too. But I mean, you remember last year I made a bunch of Chex Mix and gave it out in metal tins.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
I mean, yeah, it cost money to make, but it wasn't. I didn't run to a store somewhere and buy the shit and give it to everybody.
Right.
And that just, I mean, I just felt like, you know, everybody I gave it to liked it, as far as I know. I didn't hear nobody complaining saying I had to go to the hospital with food poisoning.
I got the ptomaine. Nope, it was pretty
Man,
good.
you put some in mine.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess we just encourage her to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you've seen some of the stuff she gives me.
Oh yeah.
And I would rather have something she made for me than her buy me something any day of the year. Anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that with any of the grandkids, really. I mean, it's just because she's here all the time. That's,
Right.
But don't worry about buying Papa shit. Papa can take care of Papa. If you want to give me something, fine. You want to make me something, fine. But don't feel like you've got to do it. Do it because you want to do it.
Absolutely.
Let's get that shit worked out in the front end. So, are you going to stay in town for the festivities this year?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because it would, you know me, it would take about 2 days to get back to where the rest of my clan is. So,
Gotcha.
nah, I'll be here.
As will I. Originally, since I was going to be batching, I was seriously, my mom's situation, I was going to take her to breakfast on Christmas Day. We were going to hit a Waffle House. But that plan has changed.
Yeah.
I think I'll go have breakfast with my daughter, if that's still a go. and then they're cooking. I think at their house, we're gonna do a big breakfast spread. I'll be there with her in-laws. That should be interesting. And then I'll get my mom in the afternoon. We're going over to one of my friends I used to work with. They're having a family get together, and they said, "You and your mom come over here."
Heck yeah.
So we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be basically go in. I know everybody there. It won't be but about 8 or 9 of us total in the house, and it's buffet style. You just go in, get your plate, get what you want, sit down, eat, talk, do what you're gonna do, and leave.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't ask much better than that. And it's not
No,
long.
you can't.
All we gotta do is come and eat. We don't gotta bring nothing or anything else.
That's the best kind.
My mom said, "Well, I need to take them a some kind of this, there, or the other, or a thank you." That I said, "No, you're overthinking this." They're inviting us because they want us there. They consider me family, and you're my +1. Just go and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
It,
Have a
it's
good time
okay.
and enjoy the day.
Yeah, that's it. Just relax. So, but yeah, we're looking forward to that. Okay, real fast. I know me and Sax talked about it backstage. I'm sorry, I'm coughing. Been out working in this damn funky wind all day. For those of you who have not checked it out, check out the movie Homestead. Me and him are going to check it out Saturday, and we'll let you know how it goes. But the reason I say check it out is because it hits on a lot of things that have always been kind of a fear and what ifs if certain things were to happen here. Basically, the premise is the country is, I know at least one nuke set off somewhere around Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of it, but a lot of shit ensues behind that, and things just kind of devolve from there. So check it out. If you get a chance, not saying it's necessarily a family movie, but if you and the wife, you and the girlfriend, whatever, you know, for the women out there, you and your husband, boyfriend, whatever, go check it out. If you want to do something, just see what you think. It might be, if it's not your cup of tea, that's fine too. But might be a good reprieve.
Yeah.
And I hope it's better than Civil War.
Yeah.
I mean, Civil War, I still haven't watched it, but from everything I've heard from everybody, it was like a nothing burger.
It's if you're going in thinking it's a war movie, it's not. There's war in it,
But it's a backdrop. It's not.
Yeah.
It revolves around the characters, right? Not necessarily what's going on.
It just revolves around the journalists.
Right, which is what's wrong with our country now.
Yeah.
Another thing I like to point out too, when you're getting together for Christmas this year, you're sitting around the table. If that's the situation you're gonna be in, where you got family around, friends, whatever, give thanks to the fact that you have people there to be with. That you're fortunate enough to be healthy enough to be there, and that you're able to partake in that bounty provided by the good Lord, or whatever deity you follow. And just appreciate things. Say a prayer for the people who are less fortunate.
Oh yeah.
Have some humility, because all it takes is one bad decision, and shit can go south quick. You can find yourself in a pear-shaped situation in the blink of an eye. So, just something to think about. I'm sorry. This drainage is killing me. That being said, I'm going to try and wrap this stuff up because I know people got things to do. I know my wife's waiting on me. Sax, man, why don't you leave us with some words of wisdom for the holiday season?
For the holiday season, I would say, relax a little, enjoy it, and don't get caught up in the whirlwind of everybody and everything and commercialism and all that stuff. enjoy the season for what it is. And like you said earlier, um, don't um, brain farted, but basically it was, you enjoy the people that you have around you now. Don't take them for granted, because they won't always be there. You won't always be there. So make it the best it can be.
Absolutely. Damn. Words well said, Sex Man. I'm just going to echo the same thing. Give thanks to what you got, who's around you, the fact that you're here to enjoy Christmas. And, say a brief prayer for those out there that don't have what you have, or think about the people who are serving overseas, your law enforcement, things like that. Something else to think about. Think about them. They're going to be out there protecting us, protecting our freedoms. And, their holidays be a tad different. But that being said, if you get out there and if you're out here doing this last minute shopping or anything else, just watch your six. And be aware of your surroundings, because evil never sleeps. With that being said, thank all of you for being here. I apologize for coughing through half of this, but as I said, working out this shit sucks. Be safe. Have a great Christmas if we don't hear from you before then. And let's shoot for a damn awesome new year with Trump and Vance and the anti-fuckery crew.
Hell yeah.
So that being said, y'all have a good night, everyone. Be safe. We'll see you on the flip side.
Good night. Merry Christmas.
Night. Merry Christmas, everybody.